Hello and welcome back. Day 27. We are so close to being done and I have thoroughly enjoyed this entire experience. I hope that you have as well, but let's go ahead and dive into what we are talking about today, and that is mindfulness.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
So when it comes to mindfulness, I really want to go through this video and I want you to think of the phrase, how does this make me feel? When it comes to mindfulness, or another word could be intentionality, that's what we're talking about today. We are talking about being super intentional with the actions that we're taking each day, with the things that we are doing, so that ultimately we can come back and be really mindful of the fact that we are doing things that make us appreciate life. We are doing things that give us gratitude for the life that we get to live. And so I want to give you, as per usual, some examples of this. So actually I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and while I use the app Marco Polo, if you are familiar with that, it's basically like a FaceTime app, except you hit record and then you hit stop and then they can watch it whenever they want and then they can respond back in video format. So it's like texting, but video format. Anyway, so while I was talking to her, I was making my coffee and my breakfast that morning, and I propped her up, and as I kind of interrupted as I was in the middle of saying whatever it is that I was saying, and I was looking at my tiered tray where I have lots of cute themed mugs. Each month I decorate my tiered tray with different theme, and so obviously this month it's all about, you know, November, Thanksgiving, thankfulness, that sort of thing. So very fall vibes, okay? And I don't even know what morning it was, but I was walking over there and I was like, what mug do I want to use today? And I didn't even think anything of it. Like, I decorate my tiered trays and I get cute mugs because they bring me so much joy. And in the morning, picking out which mug I am going to drink my coffee out of, even though that's such a small little thing, it's such a big deal to me, and I love picking it out. Like, it just brings me so much joy and happiness. So if you know, you know. I know there's other people out there that love to have cute mugs and, you know, you enjoy that process like I do. So as I was Marco Poloing her, I'm on like video, I'm like just kind of talking to myself and interrupting what I was obviously saying to her at the time, which was kind of rude, but it is what it is. And I got back to it, whatever I was talking about, but I pick out my mug. Well, later on she responds to me and she's like, I love that you find so much joy out of picking out a mug. And she's like, I realized as I was watching you, I don't have that kind of a thing in my life. Like, she's like, if I pick out a cup to drink my water in that day, I just grab whatever's handiest. Or I don't think about the plate, or I don't think about whatever. And I also have like, I love making like little mini charcuterie boards, or I call them adult Lunchables. And I love having like themed trays. So like 4th of July, I have a couple of themed trays. Halloween, I had some themed trays. Christmas, I've got some themed trays. So like, I'll pull out one of those trays to make my little mini charcuterie board on, just because again, it brings me so much joy. I have fun little cups that I will use to drink my pre-workout. Like before I do a workout in the morning, I have like fun little themed cups for whatever months that I can find it. Usually I can find something for Halloween, for Christmas, 4th of July, like that kind of a thing. And so little things like that, I have realized over the last couple of years, I've been super intentional or mindful of finding those things because they bring me joy. They are super simple. They do not break the bank. A lot of times I can find those cups at like the dollar store. So $1 or $2 for these super cute cups. But the joy that it brings me to drink out of that is so much more than the $1 or $2 that I spent. Even if the cup was $5, it's still such a special thing. And so when she was telling me, she was like, you know, I don't have that in my life. Like I don't take the time to slow down and think, what cup is going to bring me some joy today to drink my water or my coffee or my soda or whatever it is out of? What shirt is going to make me feel best today? And that's another thing. I am a mood dresser. Like whatever I'm in the mood for, that's what I want to wear that day. I love that sort of thing. It brings me joy. Doing my hair. I like to do my hair in different ways. That's another thing. But I'm super mindful and intentional with that. And so asking the question, how does that make me feel? When I ask myself about those things, it makes me feel incredible. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel joyful, and it makes me feel thankful that something so simple can bring me so much happiness. And so today I want to encourage you to look for those things in your life. Another thing for me would be the fact that I sit over here every single morning and I do my Bible time over here. I used to struggle to get my Bible time in, and part of that was my own, you know, growth that I needed to have in my own personal spiritual journey. But some of it was also that I didn't necessarily like sitting at my desk to do my Bible time, but my living room would be too dark. So I didn't want to necessarily go out there. And so it's been amazing ever since I got this chair over here, how much I look forward to that. And I just kind of think of that as like my Bible corner. Like, no, never again will I not have a specific space in whatever home that I'm living in that is dedicated to spending some time in the Word and enjoying that. So really asking myself, how does that make me feel? How does this make me feel? Has helped me so much. And it's something that now is second nature, like absolutely is second nature. But it took some time where I had to be really, really intentional with that. And even now, certain things I still have to be mindful of. And I ask myself that question a lot. Now, are there times where I'm like, how does this make me feel? And I'm like, well, I don't really want to do it. I still do it because that's where discipline comes in. But when it comes to those simple things, my friend actually kind of gave me this insight and this reminder. I was already planning on talking about this topic with you, but when we had that conversation, I was like, what a perfect example of me literally doing that in my own life, and a great way for me to explain and share that with you in hopes that you can discover whatever that might be in your own life. So I hope that you find some things that can bring you joy, that can make you feel thankful, and that you can just be more mindful of in your day-to-day life, because I promise you, if you can find little things, maybe it's not mugs, maybe it's not those sorts of things, maybe it's the way that you feel when you climb into bed, maybe it's going to bed on time, that could be the thing. Maybe it's sitting on the couch, making time to sit on the couch with your kiddos and read books together, like whatever it is. Make sure that you are finding something. You are making time for something in your life that brings you joy so that you can then be thankful for it. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you tomorrow. See ya.